Hello Voltheads, you are watching the self-proclaimed, sarcastically named Captain KeyForge, also known as PJ Broughton of the Steel City Snufflegators.
And welcome to round 2 of KOTE Series 8. This week I'm playing GoGira of AFK team Peter, Stephen and Madame Proprio. Again, Decklist are in the comments. Going first, I mean that is a decent logo start, especially with the fact you've got lab work in there to go first with. So quite easy to play lab work archive card. You've got 2 cards out your hand, so yeah, I'm going to be keeping that and not mulliganing that. We're on the 62 SAS caps this week. I mean, as you can see again, I've gone quite artifact control. We've got burn the stockpile in there from the Brobnar. Got cowards and loot the bodies combination. Got some nice stuff in Mars, and there you go. As you can see, I've done logos and archive mulligan exactly as I said I would on turn 1. GoGira's playing Mass Mutation. She's played logos, QMX, Infomorph, and then passed the turn. So now it's do I stick with the logos or do I go into the Brobnar? I mean, I was looking at her deck and it has amber control, but her amber control is virtually all capture. So she can take it from me or he can take it from me, but it's not going away. And I value capture, I really do, but I don't value it as much as steal or lose. So I've gone into logos. I've played Time Mechanic, I've played down Dot Bugton, played down the Bat Drone, deciding where to put this upgrade, but I've put Experimental Therapy on the Mechanic just because it's strong and it's likely to last the turn against those 2 creatures. Yeah, I prefer in terms of ammo control, steal, lose, capture. Maybe steal, lose, tax, capture. I mean, Brobnar, things like Bumpsy and Burn the Stockpile and Infernus, lose is great. My opponent gone into Saurian, played Beware the Ides, managed to get rid of a creature. That's fortunate. Half the time it doesn't work. Not a fan of that card, think it's some of the poorest creature control in the game. Then they've played Faust the Great. They've exalted the Infomorph to increase my key cost. So yeah, especially with things like Gargantuan and Vault Keeper, I'm all about, in terms of amber control, steal, lose, tax, and then capture. Because capture, it's so easy to fail to get it back. This time I've gone into Brobnar. I've put the Blood of Titans onto the Titan Mechanic after taking the stun off it. So now, very, very strong creature there that I can use in lots of different houses. Played down the Gang of Chieftain to make it fight and got rid of Faust, obviously because the key cost increase. Played down Fire Spitter, played down Troll as well, and then passed the turn. I mean, we turn 3 and it's 2 amber to 1 at 62 SAS. How quickly a deck's gonna go. So I'm surprised the previous game went so quickly, to be fair. My opponent, they've gone into Sanctum. They've played Secret of Truth, they've played Ardent Hero, which is torn and takes no damage from any creature power 5 or higher, which is most of my board, so that's quite a good one. Played Squire Alice to capture 2. There's some of the capture we mentioned. Played Cleansing Wave and earned 1. Pass the turn to me. I've gone Brobnar. Because I'm thinking I can maybe get a little bit of value out of Loot the Bodies and thin that board a little bit. I mean, that board is starting to grow, and while I've got a strength advantage and got an ability to fight and gain amber, it might be worth getting rid of the Infomorph and getting rid of the QMX. I mean, I'd earn 2 amber off those 2 fights, I'd also get 1 amber back, so that'd be 3 amber. It thins the board. And I'm going to get use out of 4 creatures. I'm not playing the burn the stockpile yet. I'll chain myself with it. For my opponent loses 4, I'm quite happy to chain it. I'd preferred to have got it into my archive with lab work, but it's not a problem. So there we go. So Fire Spitters fought into the Infomorph and killed Q-Makes at the same time, so that gained me 2, and then Reap with the other 3 creatures, and with the one I got back, thank you, Loot the Bodies, that is a decent check. And again, got a bit of board control back as well with 5 creatures down to their 3, although the Ardent Hero is quite good because I can't really attack the other 2 Ardent Heroes, protecting them from all my creatures apart from Bat Drone. It's protecting them from Bat Drone as well, but the other creatures can't even fight the Ardent Hero, they'll just not actually do anything to it. So they've used Seeker of Truth to fight the Fire Spitter to get rid of the Fire Spitter. Played Commandeer, which allowed them to capture whenever they play a creature for the rest of the turn. They played Master of the Grey, which stops my Amber Pips from triggering, which is a great little ability, but I seem to remember checking my Amber Pips before the game started, and I think I had 4, so not massively concerned about it. Same with Purifier of Souls. I've got 1 destroyed ability throughout the entire deck, and it's Dexter, and that destroyed ability, put it back on the top of your deck, it's not exactly the best one anyway. I'd rather it not have the destroyed ability. So again, put down your Purifier of Souls, please purify that 1 destroyed ability I've got. So they've taken me off check, which is good, and again, as I said earlier, the capture's coming in, but that Amber's going nowhere. And as you can see as well, I have got a Coward's End. It's not in my hand, but it's somewhere in the deck. And sooner or later, it's gonna pop up. So I've put down the John Smith. I've played the Squawker to ready it. I'm playing the other one. I was hoping that was going to trigger the mechanic because the upgrade said it belongs to all houses, meaning it would be a non-agent Mars creature. But the errata on that card changed it to you can use this creature as if it's in the active house. Mainly because things like Proclamation, and TCO's finally caught up with that. So I was trying to be a cheeky bonus one there. My opponent's gone into Saurian. They've played High Priest Torvus. As you can see, I've got into check again. I mean, again, maybe they've got a capture icon in Saurian. The thing with Mass Mutation is if you're on 6 and they've got a capture icon, it can be quite easy to take you off. They've played Spoils of Battle. That's the Bat Drone gone. And a lot of capture as well. I mean, how many we got there? 2 is 4, 3 is 7, 8, 9. So they've got 9 of my amber spread across their creatures. So yes, any time we could get now Coward's End, especially as none of them have got any damage on them, would be great, because I would wipe their board gladly and get all that amber back. So if I were them, I would be looking to start spreading some damage across my creatures, knowing that this deck's got a Coward's End in it, because if I draw Coward's End and get all that amber back, it could make it a little bit different in that game. Now, Burn the Stockpile's not going to work while they're on 6, but Mind Warper will. Yes, I know it won't come down ready, but the 2 John Smiths on the board are going to let me ready it. So we're going to take them off with Mars. So I've used Mother Gun, and I've done this wrong. This is a mistake. It's not a massive mistake, but what I should have done there is I should have put the Mind Warper down before the Mother Gun, because I've just got rid of the Pterodactyl. and I could have put the amber onto the pterodactyl with a Mind Warper before I killed it. So it's not cost me an amber, but it's cost me an amber on this turn, because the amber that's now going to go somewhere else because of Mind Warper would have been in my pool. So slight mix up in the order there, but again, when I've got two John Smiths as well that are ready, I can Mind Warper twice, and there's so little amber control that, do you know what, I'm going to do it twice. I'm going to reap with one and then ready the Mind Warper and use the action to capture one from their side, and then I'm going to reap with the other John Smith and ready Mind Warper again and capture another one from their side onto their creatures, because it's as good as stealing. In some ways it's better than stealing, you know. Vault Keeper, Gargantodon, Odoak would all fail to stop that. Yes, I haven't gone into check there, which is unfortunate, and if I'd played the Mind Warper right, I would have got into check, but again, the amount of amber that's building up, we've got 4, 3, so that's 7, 2, 9, 1, so we're up to quite a number. We're up to 10, aren't we? 4, 3, yeah, they've got 10 on there, and I managed to take some off Pterodactyl, and I've got, again, a decent board. I'm not losing out on the board. So they've gone back into Sanctum. I mean, they've got quite a few Sanctum creatures there, so if they burst reap this turn, that might be a good thing for them, but equally that burn the stockpile that I've been holding may cost them. I mean, they'll probably want to get rid of the Mind Warper, so I won't be surprised to see something fight into the Mind Warper, or a couple of things fight into the Mind Warper to get rid of it. But yeah, at the moment, so that's a few reads. Still got 2 creatures left to go. And again, they've put themselves in check. You see here, I'm hoping go to 7, don't stay on 6. Really don't want them to stay on 6. I mean, I suppose I could possibly wallop troll into something if necessary to put them on 7 and then burn the stockpile. Equally, I could play logos and phase shift into it if they put themselves on 7, so I'm just like really looking for them to go to 7. There we go, and we've played Smite onto Ardent Hero and taken off the Mind Warper as I thought it would, and the John Smith as well, or at least one of them, and there we go, they've put themselves on 7. Thank you very much. So I've got 3 Reaps with Mars that I could get, but I'm not going to take them off, or I can use my Logos hand and burn the stockpile. I mean, to be fair, I could even go into Bromnar and use the Logos creature and the 2 creatures that are down and refresh the troll a little bit. So yeah, rather than play the 3 Logos and use the Logos creature, I've decided to go into Bromnar instead. I mean, reaping with the troll is going to allow me to heal it, which is going to make it a bit stronger and a bit harder to take off. Equally as well, might be worth looking at trying to get rid of a couple of those Sanctum creatures, because 5 creatures from the same house is a bit of a worry. I've just put the Gang of Chieftain into one of the Purifier's holes. It's taken it off. That's a misplay by me. I forgot the armour. I mean, it's done me a favour because it's now made my check 5 instead of 7. So they've either got to take 2 off me and get rid of that massive creature, or they've you know, well, they've got to take 3 or take 2 and get rid of that massive creature, so it's just made the check a little bit stronger. But yeah, the Gang of Chieftain was a slight mistake, but again, I really needed to get off some of those Sanctum creatures, so probably would have been better using the Logos mechanic instead. but it's not the end of the world. So there we go. So yeah, they've got rid of it to stop me getting the cheap key. But I don't see anything that's going to stop me getting the key now. So there we go, so that's the first key. Don't think I've got anything that's going to take them off check now this turn, but it's nice to see the first key. Again, where is my Coward's End? Because they've still got 10 of my amber, which with the one that's going to remain after this is one shy of winning the game. So come on, Coward's End, where are you? You know, yes, the two of them are damaged, but we could be doing a bit of stuff there. So I've gone into Mars, which is going to allow me to take off the Ardent Hero and get 4 of them back. See, again with the autocannon and the mother gun, putting a little bit of damage on them, yeah, it prevents Coward's End, but it makes them easy to pick off with mother gun and the autocannon. Again with the John Smith, I'm going to get at least 3 reaps out of those creatures that are down, so I won't be at all surprised to see me end up on 8 here. I mean, that Reap, an archive, a friendly creature or artifact in play is not bad, but it's not great, to be fair. I want to be playing that Marauder now. Capture 1 for each friendly ready Mars creature before I start using those creatures. Oh no, I decided not to capture. That's a mistake. But that stun every creature from one house, that stun every non-Mars creature, the Phosphorus Stars, I mean that is a big Phosphorus Stars play. I think I probably could have taken them off check there had I got that right, but no, I couldn't have done actually. I'm thinking if the Marauder was in my hand rather than on the ground, so I couldn't have done. But I mean, again, I'm 1 key up and I'm 8 amber to 1, and they've still got a key worth of my amber on their creatures with Coward's End to come and take them all out. They're pretty much 1 Coward's End away from being in real trouble. I mean, they've gone into logos, which I don't blame them. Played down the Odd Claws, that'll give them some turn over a hand value. Sorry, the Q-Mex will have turned over the hand well, and then the Odd Clawed gives them a bit of amber control potentially. But yeah, again, you know, those 4 Sanctum creatures all being stunned is not great for them. The Iron Obelisk is nice for me though, because that could be the difference between a key. If I put that down, that's going to increase their key cost to 7 while ever that trolls down. Again, I did forge the key there, so we're 2 keys to 1 up, and a Coward's End away from really putting the pressure on them to struggle to get back into this. I'm deciding, do I play the logos and then phase shift into a Brobnar, or do I heal the troll, or do I try and reap for the win? I mean, again, I've got 3 Mars creatures. I could try and reap out for the win. I've decided to go into Brobnar though, just because I wanted to get those cannons down. Equally as well, none of those Sanctum creatures are taunt now, so if I can get the troll ready and willing to fight, he could be the difference between winning or losing if I'm short by a few. So there we go, I've got him ready. Still no Coward's End. We've got 2 Bromnar, 3 logos. Now then, what is my opponent going to do? So they've gone into logos, they've played even Ivan. Odd Clawed obviously is not going to be able to steal because I'm on an even number, unless they manage to capture one. And let's see what else they can do. Reap with the Q-Mex, Reap with the Q-Mex. with Odd Clawed. Yeah, see, this is the thing. Yeah, slightly worried about the volume of the board. So they could play Bouncing Death Quark, the destroyed troll, to put themselves on check, which is a good shout and makes sense. They may go for clearing my board, but obviously they're not going to be looking to kill the creatures that have got amber on them. So let's see what else they can. I mean, certainly with the cannon, I can cost them an amber. I can make them forge for 7 instead of forging for 6, and it might be worth doing just to cost them that point of bonus amber. There we go. I mean, yeah, they've got the 2 logos creatures. They've got the 4 others, but they're all doing nothing. I'm thinking, do I want to play 4 cards, or do I want to play 2 and cost them an amber? I mean, I think Coward's End is going to be the difference between winning this game or not. Probably already have won it if I'd drawn Coward's End by now. I've decided to go for the Brobnar because I want to cost them that extra amber. There we go. So I've put down the troll and the fire spitter, and I've cannoned my own creature to make it cost them 7, and still no Coward's End, and literally I've only got 5 cards left in my deck. But they've gone into Saurian. I mean, they could have stolen 2 with Odd Clawed and Even Ivan, but they are on 7. I don't know how they'd have got to check on that. They've played Galeatops, Gladiodontus, Citizen Shrix, that has stolen 1, but it's put another amber on the creature. Yeah, so we've got 2 Brobnar on the field and a Brobnar in the hand. It's do I go for the logos purely really to try and get the Coward's End, or do I go into the Brobnar and take off some of their creatures and also increase the key cost? And the board's getting so wide at this stage now, I'm thinking if I don't increase the key cost and I don't draw the Coward's End, it's game over. So I've gone into Brobnar purely to actually get some of my amber back by, I mean, like with the Headhunter there, 4 into Squire Alice. That gets me some good amber back off the Squire Alice, and it makes Headhunter damaged and increases the key cost. So yeah, at the moment I'm just thinking, right, what amber can I get back? Where can I get it back from? Just in case we don't get the Coward's End. But yeah, so looking at it now, I'm in check for 6. Probably a good chance they're going to take me off, but there are 5 cards left in my deck, and I've got 5 logos cards in hand. So there are 2 ways I can play this. I can either play the Mars card to make them lose an amber, and then play Wild Wormhole hoping for Coward's End, and I've got a 20% chance of finding it and probably winning the game off the back of it. Or I could just play Wild Wormhole first, knowing full well that there's also library access in there, which I haven't drawn yet, and if I draw library access, that leaves 4 cards in the deck, 4 logos cards in my hand, along with library access I've just played. Every time I play a logos card, I draw a card. I'm drawing Coward's End and I'm phase shifting into it. So if I play it right, I've got a 40% chance of drawing Coward's End and probably putting myself on such a strong check that my opponent's not going to get it back. Because as well, their creatures will be in such sort of bad nick, as it were. Or I can take another one off them with Hypnotic Command and play for the Coward's End. I mean, I think, to be honest, it's a mistake playing the Mars card and then playing Wild Wormhole just for Coward's End. with the benefit of hindsight and commentating on this after I've played the game, probably should have just gone Wild Wormhole hoping for Coward's End or Library Access with a 40% chance of finding one of them. But yeah, what I actually do is they're not in, but they've got 3. And again, they've got quite a big board, so I'm thinking, right, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the Mars to take another one off them. So, phase shift. To let me play Hit Naughty Command while I've got a ready Mars creature. That's going to capture another one from them. And then we're going for all or nothing into the Coward's End. I mean, again, to be fair, quite unlucky that I'm this far in and not drawn it. Here we go. Oh, and there we go, Coward's End. So I'm a bit unlucky that we literally, there's 4 cards left in my deck, and that's when I found it, because I think I probably have had this game sorted out a little bit sooner had I got that. But yeah, now on a check of 8, they've got Shricks, but the 2 steel ones have gone. The steel one even, steel one odd. Yeah, you know, can they get 3 from me? And I'll be honest, I don't think they can. At this stage, I was trying to remember back at the deck list, and right, what capture have they used, what capture haven't they used? So yeah, Wild Wormhole into the Coward's End. It's got the game. So I mean, they're just playing out their logos. They've played out QMX, played out Lethologica, played out Opposition Research. They're mainly just trying to draw through as many cards as they can, trying to get to, you know, 3 capture icons maybe. I imagine maybe they've got 3 capture icons in logos. But yeah, they don't get it. So that's a win for me, 3-2. Happy to get it back, because last week I pretty much lost the game because of a mistake I made. So happy to take this one. As a team, though, I won the first game. My teammates actually both lost. So as a team, we lost that round 2-1. But it was a good game. I enjoyed it. Nice to get the win. And we will see who we get in the next round and how we fare. But you will recognise the deck if you've watched my stream before when you see it.
Thanks for watching, so feel free to like and subscribe. I love comments and criticism, so please feel free to leave those. I'll hope to see you next time, but until then, may the Forge be with you.